the Hispanic Heritage Hall of Fame and Museum, and we have the founder of it, so we're going to talk to him. Our honored guest will be arriving soon, and so we also have, once again, a very privileged to have Doña Vida Clemente here as well. So please welcome Tito Avila and Doña Vera Clemente. So, Tito Avila founded the Hispanic Heritage Hall of Fame in 1999, and he has been a regular at FanFest for the last 19 years, where they've been able to honor Latino legends, executives, on the field, off the field. Tito, if you could just tell us about the museum and the ceremonies and players you've honored.
Right, we've been around for 19 years. By the way, I founded this Museum Hall of Fame because of my passion for the game of baseball. Today we're going to have one of the most greatest players that ever played professional baseball, which is Bernie Williams. I was inspired, of course, by the great Roberto Clemente. He is definitely my idol, my first idol. And in watching him play, I was inspired to create this Museum Hall of Fame, the first of its kind in the United States. To date, we've inducted 64 members into our Museum Hall of Fame. We have about 19 pioneers from different Latin countries. We have been offered permanent sites around the United States, but right now we're exploring a particular area that we're not allowed to disclose right now because we're negotiating that site. And in the future, before the year is out, you'll know what the site is, which I'm pretty excited about it. Our purpose is to honor our greatest players. We have standards, of course. Our standards are very high. And when you have the likes of Roberto Clemente, Orlando Cepeda, Vic Power, I mean, we can go on with the list of players that are in our Hall of Fame. We want to be able to honor the greatest players that ever played the game. I was inspired living in San Francisco at the time to create this Museum Hall of Fame because though I have visited the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, I'm a big fan of the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. I figured that there was a need to also have another Hall of Fame to honor our Latin players. And so that's where this idea came from to create the Hall of Fame for us, Latinos. Orlando Cepeda, of course, was one of the very first people that I spoke to about it. I was at an event that he was in San Francisco. It was actually in a Greek church where we were celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And when I spoke to Orlando about it, he cried. He cried that night. He said to me, Tito, this is a great idea to honor our people. He says, I will be with you from today on. And so that is the legend of how we began creating this Museum Hall of Fame. Then we became aligned with the San Francisco Giants as the first team that put their arm around us regarding the project, followed by the Oakland Athletics. And then on, we eventually received the good news that Major League Baseball was on board with us. And we have been with Major League Baseball ever since. Our following is internationally. We hope that you look at our website, monitor us, and see what we're doing. We've worked with youth in 5 different cities around the United States. We want to continue to expand our project. It'll be your project to help us move forward in what we eventually would like to achieve here.
And so, once again, welcome to the clubhouse. Our special honoree has joined us, and so we're going to welcome him to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernie Williams. And so again, I'll turn it over to Tito Avila, the founder of the Hispanic Heritage Hall of Fame and Museum. And so take it over, Tito.
Right. So as I was saying, you know, our purpose was to honor our Hispanic players, people like Bernie Williams, who were an inspiration in our development of our Museum Hall of Fame. And certainly an inspiration for me in knowing where the Yankees were in the 90s when they were trying to get their act together, and eventually they did. As we all know, they went on to make history. And he was also one of the individuals, though I didn't know, this is the first time I get to meet Bernie Williams in person. You inspired me. You inspired me like Roberto Clemente inspired me to put together this Museum Hall of Fame 19 years ago. I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, it was a great honor.
I want to thank you for that. I'd like to talk a little bit about Bernie Williams, if it's okay with you folks. Bernie Williams was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He's a former baseball player and musician. And is one of the most beloved Yankees of all time. I think you know that, right? Known as a great humanitarian also, spent his entire baseball career, his 16 years with the New York Yankees between 1991 and 2006. Represented Puerto Rico in 1984 in the Central American and Caribbean Junior Championships, athletics winning gold and silver medals. It's quite an achievement by itself. It was nominated for a Latin Grammy in 2009. Thank you, Bernie. We love you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
And so today is a very special day in the life of Bernie Williams, in the history of the Hispanic Heritage Baseball Museum Hall of Fame, honoring one of baseball's greatest players of all time. I am honored. We will have Mrs. Clemente, after I read the inscription on the plaque, and have Mrs. Clemente present the Hall of Fame flag to Bernie Williams. The Hispanic Heritage Baseball Museum Hall of Fame, Bernie Williams, center fielder, switch hitter, throws right, batting average 297 hits, 2,336 hits, home runs 287, RBIs 1,257, New York Yankees 1991 to 2006, five-time All-Star 1997 to 2001, four-time World Series champion 1996, 1998, 1999, 2000, ACLS MVP 1996, four Gold Glove Awards 1997 to 2000, Silver Slugger Award 2002, American League Batting Champion 1998, New York Yankees number 51 retired, inducted into the HHBM Hall of Fame July 8, 2017 at the Miami Beach Convention Center, Miami, Florida. Bernie Williams, congratulations. Mrs. Clemente, please give us the honor of presenting our 65th inductee, Bernie Williams.
It's a pleasure for me to present this plaque to this famous baseball player. I didn't know that you were in Puerto Rico. Well, I was. Then we feel very proud of you, and I hope you keep your health and expectations. You know, that's a beautiful record for a baseball player.
Thank you so much. I am very honored to receive this great award. As a Puerto Rican myself, born in Santurce, I always try to represent my Hispanic heritage as best as I could. Playing for the New York Yankees for 16 years, but always playing for my country of Puerto Rico, como le decimos allá. Ha sido un placer para mí y un gran honor recibir este premio. Lo recibo en nombre de mi familia, mi mamá que falleció hace unos meses, en noviembre del año pasado, y mi papá que falleció hace como 15 años. Ese era el sueño de él, que yo llegara a ser este pelotero de Grandes Ligas y poder representar a Puerto Rico. So I received this award in their name and in the name of my family. So muchas gracias, un placer, un honor. Thank you so much and God bless.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you for your kindness and being able to take time out of your busy schedule to be here today with us. It means, I know it means a lot to you. It means a lot to veterans. It means a lot to us and to the public. So this is an overall thing for all of us. You took time out of your schedule to be here today.
No problem. It's a pleasure. It's an honor.
Thank you.
It's an honor.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? If you have time, Bernie, any questions?
Yeah.
Bernie, first of all, congratulations. We're extremely proud of what you have done to represent our country, and to the younger generations, teaching them to follow their dreams not only in just sports but also music. I love music. I used to play keyboards. I had rock bands, don't even ask. But people would expect I would be playing salsa, right? But like you, I love jazz as well. But you know, my question is based on what is your take on the World Baseball Classic? What that Puerto Rican team did on the field and the effect that it had outside the field.
I was very proud to have my fellow Puerto Ricans. I was part of the World Classic baseball team of Puerto Rico the first 2 times that we competed.
Right.
And it has gone to the point that it's growing. Every time that they play, it grows more and more and more. Countries are taking a lot of pride in playing in this tournament. And what Puerto Rico did was amazing. Puerto Rico stopped for the time that the team was playing, and it happened at a time that Puerto Rico needed it so much because they were going through so many things in the island. And that team gave Puerto Rico a breath of fresh air. And I was so proud of them, even though they didn't go all the way, but they were so close. They were so close.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the good thing about it is a lot of those guys are going to be able to participate in the next one. And they know how it feels. So I think they're going to be very hungry. So my kudos to them. My hat, tip my hat to them, and I wish them all the best.
I'm going to jump in and ask a question because we have another Boricua joining Roberto Clemente and Robbie Alomar in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Your thoughts on Touch and being contemporary of him and seeing him join those other Boricuas?
Touch, man, Iván Rodríguez, el mejor. The best catcher that I saw in my generation. Con mucho respeto al señor Benito Santiago, que también fue tremendo. Pero yo no llegué a jugar en contra de Benito. Yo sí llegué a jugar en contra de Pudge, a great competitor. He actually was instrumental in the 2003 World Series here with the Marlins when Josh Beckett, shut us down. It was a great time. It was a great challenge to play against him because he would shut the running game down. He had one of the best arms that I've ever seen in a catcher, and he became a really, really good hitter too. So it's well deserved, this award, being in the Hall of Fame as another Puerto Rican representing our country.
And you almost got to play together for that dream team for Puerto Rico. He was hurt.
Yeah, I almost did it in 1995, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think that was probably the one incident that started this whole thing with Puerto Rico being, like a superpower in baseball. That work stoppage that happened in '94, I think it was '95. We were ready to play, and we had that Caribbean series. We played against Dominican Republic, against Mexico, against Venezuela, and it was the best of times, and really opened the door for all these things to happen in my life.
We have time for another question. Raise your hand, we can get a mic to you. Is there any other questions? Okay, then we have Marlon's cap there.
Hi Bernie, thanks for coming out. I'm a musician myself. I played baseball when I was a little kid, but I didn't quite make it through majors. But how was that transition for you after you left your major league career? How did you get into music? And tell us a little bit about the brand and how that became.
No, that's a great question. I love to talk about that. My mother, as I said before, passed away last November, but she was an educator from the Puerto Rico public school system. And in her mind, she wanted us to be well-educated, well-rounded, educated. So she said, you're gonna have to go to your classes. You're gonna have to be exposed to sports and arts. And I give a lot of credit to them because they never make me choose between sports and music. They said, as long as you have good grades, your grades is the most important thing. As long as you get good grades, you can do everything else you want. And it was really important for us to have all this great background of academics and arts and music, part of being a well-rounded, educated person. Little that I knew that I was going to become a Major League Baseball player, but I had the opportunity before that to attend a performing arts high school in San Juan, La Escuela Libre de Música. And that's where I started learning about the guitar and about music. And funny thing is that it never left me. I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old, around the same time that I started playing baseball. When I signed to be a professional baseball player at the age of 17, I was always with my guitar. I played in winter ball in Puerto Rico even before I became a professional player here in the minor leagues. So I remember going to an Estadio Solar Morales in Caguas and playing winter ball with my guitar in my hand, doing my homework. My parents used to take me to the stadium and stuff. But it was great to have that opportunity to have this great outlet of music and arts interjecting in my life in sports. It has been a blessing from God. I'm a year removed from going back to college. I went back to college and I got my degree in jazz performance out of the Manhattan School of Music. So now I consider myself a professional musician. Which is, I don't know, I don't think it's really cool. But the fact that I went back to college and finished my degree, I think it was a very important thing and a good example. My mom would have loved that, and she was able to go to my graduation. As far as music and calling it a career, I think if you go every day to your job and you love what you do and you have a passion for it, it really, it doesn't matter if you get paid or not, but you love doing it. I don't consider that a job. So I'm feeling very blessed to have the opportunity to be blessed by the Lord, to have the opportunity to play baseball, play sports, and actually now to play music. I'm just living the dream, man. It's been a real blessing. So thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate Bernie Williams one more time. Thank you for joining us here at the clubhouse and 2017 Fan Fest.